we'll look nice for the banquet. Baderon wants you to let him know when you are ready to depart for the banquet. Let's go. You're ready then, are ye? Good. The banquet will be starting soon. If you'd waited any longer, I'd have considered it me civic duty to hit you over the head and drag you there. Now make sure you're wearing them fancy shoes when you turn up, alright? Carrying 'em won't do no good. They're meant to make you look like a lady, remember, not a lady's bleeding lackey. I don't know that those contribute to me looking like a quote-unquote lady. As for directions, the feast being held on the bridge in the Admiral's briefing room. Speak with Xanthael in the bulwark hall, and he'll show you the way. Just keep that head held high, lass, and after everything you've done for Limsa, you've good reason to be proud, and don't let no high-born bugger tell you different. I wasn't aware that there were that many highborns here in Limsa. I thought everyone was just pirates. Well, we'll see, I guess. Head on to the banquet. Wearing some snazzy clothes. We want to go to the Aetheryte. There's Xanthael. Dress shoes, fancy dress shoes. An adventurer wearing fancy dress shoes. Oh, now those are some fancy dress shoes. Come, adventurer, I will show you to the briefing room. This is a pretty long cutscene, so buckle in and we'll have fun. There's Y'shtola.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, join me now in honoring this woman for her services to our great nation. May the navigator guide and protect her on her journey, till sea swallows all.
Raspberry's cute.
These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan. From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Such an extraordinary glow. This is one of the crystals of light.
I don't know, it's a rock I found.
By the navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a towering crystal. You bathed in her light.
Y'shtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations. As once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light. Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the Primals. When the Garlean Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean Alliance. And at the Battle of Carteneau, they took the field beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades. Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light.
The backgrounds are a bit of a contrast here against what Merle was talking about.
Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that crystal safe. In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Got another vision going. This one's long.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold! Show those Imperial hors sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it costs them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn! Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake.
Rider! This is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. God preserve, what is that thing?
So I don't remember if we've established the existence of link pearls here yet. What he's using is a link pearl, which is like a magic earbud that lets you talk to people from far away. This is not just like Raubon is randomly psychic.
What's going on? Speak to me!
God damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me! Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir.
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
That I should live to behold Bahamut once more. Magnificent. The eons of imprisonment have only made him hungrier. I am aware of them. Pay them no mind. They are powerless to act. It has begun. Soon the planet will regain its true form. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was La Habrea. Morning, sunshine. All a bit much for you, was it? What happened? Ah, you don't remember then. You keeled over in the middle of the banquet and caused a right stir. Had to carry you back to the winch myself. Well, I say carry. 'Twas more a matter of dragging and rolling. Too much cake, I reckon. It could be the fact that she's also a huge Rogadin, and you're much smaller than she is. Anyway, don't fret. 'Tis little wonder you was exhausted after everything you've been through lately. Your little nap seems to have put some color back in your cheeks, though, so leave you to it. Bugger, I almost forgot. The Admiral wants to have a word with you. When you feel up to it, talk to Xanthael, and he'll let you into the command room. Oh, and stay awake, eh? I'm told old Merlwyb was in the middle of telling you a story when you started snoring last time, and I doubt she'd look kindly on it if you repeated the trick. Alright, so that big long cutscene was us getting a vision of what happened during the Calamity 5 years ago. Lots of mentions of the previous Warriors of Light, mentions of Louis Waugh. Thought it was kind of weird that they didn't show Bahamut, but let's see. Let's go ahead. We'll swap back to our recommended gear. Oh, I didn't need to go anywhere. Spacing out a bit. Greetings, Raspberry. Admiral Blofuswin awaits you in the command room. Shall I announce you? Yeah, let's go. Ah, Raspberry, it is good to see you on your feet again. You are recovered? Then let us waste no time. I have a task that needs doing, one I would entrust to no other. The duty I have in mind for you requires some explanation. I do hope you have not made other plans. To business, then. Merlwyb wishes to entrust you with an important task. I have penned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Cartno and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It has been 5 years since those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes to look upon an Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light, who might once have given them hope, are gone. Yet we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, till we have faced our past. To that end, I am proposing that a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartno. These letters contain the details of said proposal, and I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You have proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limsa, But that is not my only reason for choosing you. No. I choose you because you possess a quality which puts me in mind of a history's champions. A quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. Don't have much of a choice. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you far from the borders of our nation, to the city-states of Gridania and Ul'dah. A grueling journey, to be sure, were you to travel by sea and land, but I mean to have you take to the skies. An airship pass, to be used at your discretion. I love the fact that they give you things in this game, and then they just don't put anything there in your hand. And so, it just looks like you're looking at your hand and looking amazed. Also, her eyes are not even really pointed at her hand. Airships bound for the nations of our allies leave from the landing connected to the bridge. But before you depart, I suggest you trouble Baderon for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. The old bastard is nothing if not well traveled. 'Tis a pity I cannot issue such passes with a freer hand, as I did in more peaceful times, when berths were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the clouds risks drawing the eye of the Empire, and every voyage must needs be born of necessity. Lest you doubt, I consider your place well deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There were other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. Aye, Raspberry, your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you, but I have flattered you enough. On behalf of Limsa and her people, I bid you go forth, adventurer. Discover the realm for which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. All right. Let's go see Baderon again. Back from your meeting with the Admiral, are ye? Personal bleeding envoy? So you'll be carrying the word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance? Bugger me. I knew you was going up in the world, but I didn't realize you'd got that bloody eye. I'm proud of ye, lass. Thinking of how you've come how far you've come. Why, 'tis enough to bring a tear to me eye. And that ain't the ale talking neither. Well, not just the ale, at any rate. Bless the navigator for steering you my way. Of course, this is only the start. Now that you've got your hands on an airship pass, the whole of Eorzea is laid out before you, like a fair maid on a feather bed. Yep, exactly like that. And she's a big girl, too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. If you think us Lamensons are characters, just wait till you cross paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania, or trade coins with the crafty merchants of Ul'dah. And then there's the wild places where the beasties rule, and no bugger with an ounce of sense sets foot. But you're a adventurer, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that hold you back. Of course, it ain't all exploring and excitement. There's a heap of trouble what plagues every nation, you see. Tain't just ours. I'm talking intrigue and infighting, beastmen and their goddamned primals. Aye, there's an ugly side to life, and sooner or later you're bound to walk into it. But I'll wager there's bugger all out there you can't handle. Something tells me you're going to be just fine. The realm's had it rough, 'tis true, but folks are beginning to recover from the beating the calamity dealt 'em. Call me an hopeless optimist, but I wouldn't take much to turn things around. 'Tis the perfect time for an adventurer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what are you waiting for? All right. Guess it's time to get out there and explore. Let's go see what the other city-states have for us. Gonna be going to the airship landing. See where it wants us to go first. Greetings, madam. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Gridania. Gridania apparently is where we're gonna go first. Wait, aren't you that famous adventurer? It's a raspberry gelato, isn't it? I thought I recognized you. You are an inspiration to us all, madam. Highwind Skyways is at your disposal. Will you be traveling with us today? Yup. Let's go. I think we'll board the airship. I think this is another long cutscene, if I remember correctly. Attention all passengers, the airship bound for Gridania is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. I don't know if that got picked up, but you might have just heard my kitty. She decided it's time for pets. I think it picks up my other cat sometimes too. He's been meowing too. Good fortune to you, Raspberry. The day'll come when your name means the same as hero to the folk of this realm. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Meanwhile, the Garlands. Yep, this is the long cutscene I was thinking about. Now we will finally learn some about the Garlands that people have been talking about.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship is lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
Grandpa Midgardstormer came and fucked their shit up.
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Well, that was a thingy.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
So that was introduction to quite a few characters who will be important as the story goes on. Particularly Gaius, the guy who is making that whole long diatribe there at the beginning. He will be the main antagonist for ARR. And then there's Nero, who's kind of his sidekick, second in command, sorta, kinda. He will come in occasionally, even after ARR. Anyway, now that we have been introduced to our enemies, we can go ahead and continue on. Ah, you must be the envoy from Limsa Lominsa. Welcome to Gridania, madam. The Elder Seed Seer awaits your arrival. Greetings, good madam. You are the Lominsan envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way to the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nofika's altar. She will admit you to the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seed Seer awaits. So at this point, I don't have any, hold on, how do I get out of here? Is it up? I think it is. So I don't have access to any of the Aetherytes here. Aetherite shards here. Jesus, is someone using holy? What is going on here? Oof. Anyway, so I'm not gonna go about getting that. I think I'll wait and do that, off video, just to make things easier. Because it'll take a while, especially since I'm gonna be getting it for both of the other two cities. Frankly, I don't super need them. So I'm just gonna attune to the Aetherite. If I see any handy on the way, I will go ahead and do it. But for now, we will just go on to where we're gonna go. Go ahead and grab this shard. Forgot how far away the Conjurer area is. Oh, we can see my friend Pimo. I just like her name. Nofika's altar is a holy place. It is here where the hearers communicate the will of the elementals to men. The elementals govern all aspects of life in the Twelveswood, from the creatures we may hunt to the articles we may bring into their domain. As a result, foreign merchants dread visiting this place, conscious that their wares may be unwanted. Thank you, Pimo. You are the Lominsan envoy. Begging your pardons, madam, but might I inspect the missive you bear? Verily, this is the seal of the Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. Please come here. Come with me.
So you are the Laminson envoy. And an adventurer besides. The realm owes much to you and yours.
Kane-sana is kind of difficult for me to listen to. Her voice acting is very bland.
On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome.
Honestly, the voice acting in ARR leaves a lot to be desired.
Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Kane-sana, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Admiral.
A remembrance service for the fallen of Cartano. To think that 5 years have already come and gone. It seems like only yesterday that the Garlean Empire attempted to seize all that we hold dear. Rising in resistance, the city-states of Eorzea formed the Grand Companies and joined hands in alliance. But unbeknown to us, the Garleans sought not to best us in battle, but moved instead to enact a terrible plot, the Meteor Project, by which the lesser moon, Dalamud, would be torn down from the heavens to annihilate all life below. In a desperate bid to save the realm from certain destruction, our forces marched for the Cartano Flats, and there we met the 7th Imperial Legion. I think that's 7, yeah. More bloody a battle I have never seen, and would never wish to see again, yet the carnage was but a prelude to the atrocity which followed. For despite our best efforts, the Dalamud proceeded its descent, and from it emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea. The 7th Imperial Legion was consumed in the blinking of an eye, while our own forces fared little better. That any among us were spared defies explanation. All seemed sure to perish. As the flames converged upon us, I prepared myself for death, only for a brilliant light to envelop me, relieving me of my senses. When at last I awoke, Bahamut was gone, and the land, which had but moments before been aflame, now seemed to me a place unknown, not simply ruined, but changed. Archon Louisoix may well have been able to shed light upon these mysteries, but he, like so many, never returned from Cartano. And so we were left with countless questions, and no prospect of an answer. Yet such matters did not long occupy our thoughts, for we had far graver concerns. The calamity, as the devastation wrought by Bahamut has come to be known, laid our nations nigh to waste, and to this day we struggled to rebuild our lives and homes. To compound matters, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, while the Empire encroaches upon our borders, consolidating its foothold in Eorzea. The outlook, in short, is bleak. In the wake of the calamity, it has been all each nation could do to nurse its own wounds. Yet if we are to weather the coming storm, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may well present an opportunity to rekindle the spirit of unity which first gave rise to the Alliance. I wholeheartedly approve of the Admiral's proposal. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania. You have done the people of Eorzea a fine service this day, and I would not put you to further trouble. I shall see that my reply reaches the Admiral anon. You, meanwhile, are bound next for Ul'dah, are you not? Please send the Flame General my regards. Ah, and if you would be so kind, I should appreciate it if you would inform him that a pet of mine has been ill-behaved of late. My wolf, to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel, and I would very much welcome the General's counsel on how this might be achieved. Thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to Ul'dah and beyond. Let's see. We can get back to Aetheryte Plaza. Go back this way to get to the airship. Platform. Can I jump down here? No. Game does not want you to jump from high places. At least not here. Greetings, madam. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Ul'dah. Oh, are you not Raspberry Gelato, the lamentant envoy? On behalf of all at Highwind Skyways, may I say what an honor it is to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? God, they really butter you up here. I don't think there's a big cutscene this time. I could be wrong, but I don't think there is. Music in Ul'dah is so exciting. Nope, no big cutscenes. Ah, you must be the envoy from Limsa Lominsa. Welcome to Ul'dah, madam. The Flame General awaits your arrival. Welcome to Ul'dah, madam. We have been expecting you. Flame General Raubon will receive you in the Fragrant Chamber. Please take the lift down to the hustings strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. Let's see. Going to the hustings strip. Again, I'll probably come back and get all these Ethernet shards later. I am... Oh wait, actually, I think this is the quicker way. But I am, after we get out of this cutscene, gonna go grab the Aetheryte. The Laments an envoy, I presume? Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, madam? My thanks. Ah, yes, the Admiral Seal. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Limsa. I thought I smelled stale ale. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Merlvib says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Sahagin. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Cartano. I remember bloody Cartano. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer, when we took to the field against the Garleans? So my counterparts have educated you. Connie's pet is giving her trouble, is it? Well, she should already know my mind on that subject. Wolves are beyond taming. 'Tis but a matter of time before they bare their teeth. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by then Legatus Solus Zos Galvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilzabard to heel, and so the Legatus became an emperor in his republican empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders. And their commander, Legatus Gaius von Belsar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us, and not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa Lominsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir, and the Elder Seedseer would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear. And if we're to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Merlwyb will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with Her Grace myself. Very good, sir. The Admiral will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. Alright, we're all done. Got a wind-up airship. Now we can take airships whenever we want. So I think it might actually be about time to go ahead and end this video. Got through quite a bit of plot here. We are well into the part past our Limsa Lominsa entry beginning. So now we're getting finally into the main plot of the actual game, which will revolve around essentially fighting the Empire and bringing the 3 city-states back together. to fight against the Empire together so that there is an actual fighting chance. There is still one more group that we will be finding out more about, but it will be a bit before we get to that point. We're also coming up pretty soon. I think actually the next quest may start leading us in that direction. We'll be getting to our first dungeons, so that'll be fun. First dungeons aren't too hard, although I think they've... You know, I'm not sure if I've done these since they changed the mechanics on them, so this might be a little bit of a learning curve for me as well. I believe they've updated the graphics in the older dungeons as well, so that'll be interesting to see. Until next time, hope everyone has a good rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon.